On behalf of the Sairam College of Engineering, Principal, Management, IIC Sairam Bangalore, I take this opportunity to welcome all these participants, host institutions to this mentor-mentee program. Today, this session, today we have a session for all our mentee institutions. Today's session is on angel investment, VC funding opportunities for early stage entrepreneurs by Dr.C.R.RENE Robin, Dean Innovation, Sairam Institutions. Dr. Rene Robin has received as ME CSC and PhD in Computer Science Engineering degrees from CEG Anna University in 2006 and 2011, respectively. He is currently working as professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering and Dean Innovations at the Sairam College of Engineering, Chennai. His areas of interest are ontological engineering, knowledge management, e-learning, semantic web, etc. He is a recognized supervisor of Anna University to guide PhD and MS by research in the area of computer science engineering. 9 students have successfully completed their PhD program and currently has 5 students for doing PhD under his guidance. Dr. Robin has received Mentor Award from IBM for the Great Mind Challenge 2011. He got the Young IT Professional Award 2012 by Computer Society of India at the regional level. He received Award for Teaching Excellence at Indo Global Education Summit 2013. He is acting as Goodwill Ambassador for the Plastic Free Tamil Nadu project and the coordinator for Chennai district to create awareness to avoid plastics. During lockdown period, he has trained more than 3,500 teachers on digital tools for effective teaching learning courses and served as a resource person for quarter webinars on various topics. So it's our privilege to have us as a speaker here, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And our principal and management presenter are busy in other sessions going on. So on behalf of principal, management, and IIC, I once again wholeheartedly welcome you to this webinar. The session, over to you, sir.
Okay. I will share my screen. Kindly confirm it.
Sure, sir.
Kindly make me as a co-host.
Harish Babu, sir?
Yeah, 2 minutes, sir. Just I'm making that.
Okay.
Yes, sir. You are a host now.
Okay. Okay. So please confirm that my audio, video, and are clear, and my screen is also shared.
Yes, sir. It's clear, sir.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon to all. It's my great privilege and honor to be here to share my knowledge on angel investment, venture capital funding opportunities for early stage entrepreneurs. I thank the organizers and the officials of the Sairam College of Engineering, Bengaluru, for inviting me as part of the Institution Innovation Council program and mentee programs. So I congratulate Sri Sairam College of Engineering for taking this leadership as a mentor to mentor various organizations across the country. And Government of India is taking wonderful steps through Ministry of Education to promote innovation among higher educational institutions. Being a Dean Innovation, it is my responsibility, and I am evangelizing the innovation activities, students and engineering colleges, especially higher education institutions, how they are supposed to concentrate to focus on the innovation activities. Gone are the days we are focusing on education, and we were following education ecosystem, and slowly we are migrating from a traditional ecosystem to the innovation ecosystem. And you're all aware that SIRAM institutions have designed and developed an unique innovation ecosystem, uh, which is going to be uh, a supporting pillar of the higher education institutions of our country. And it is designed and developed uh, with a great vision of to bring better transformation in engineering education. So angel investment and venture capital funding are these are all the words are very new to the academicians and especially the professors and students, but need of the hour to know about, giving awareness to the students and faculty members to all the components, all the terminologies of this. And I'm here, as I mentioned earlier, I have given a talk around the innovation as the innovation ambassador. So I'm very happy that to say that I am one of the innovation ambassador trained by the Ministry of Education, especially in institutions innovation council. So far I have given around 75 talks among the various institutions on various subjects which is related to innovation, intellectual property right, the technological readiness level, then pitching, and so on. Today we are going to talk about the. Before that, we are going to this. We need to know some of the terminologies which are related to the innovations. I've given some definition and I will be giving some explanation on this. Okay, accelerators. And if you look at the various websites of Ministry of Education and other statutory bodies, we're able to see these words predominantly that accelerators. Earlier, we were not much familiarized with these words, and now we are started focusing on this. So accelerators are something somebody's. We need acceleration. You know how we are applying accelerators in our car. When accelerator is applied on a car, and how it is going from the stable state to the moving state. And if you want to increase the speed, some kind of acceleration is required. Similarly, when you start a business in the form of startups or entrepreneurship, we need accelerators. So startup accelerators, it's a designed program in batches and transform promising business ideas into realities. The ideas are everywhere. So I always say that the ideas are pooled in education institutions, and education institution must come up with an ecosystem of promoting these ideas into commercialized product. So accelerators is nothing but it is a customized program, and it may be a programmer, it may be a person who is accelerating or being a driver of taking your ideas into the next level. Okay, being a student, you will have the ideas, but you need to know the various avenues where your ideas can get its own shape and it will be converted into product, and one day it will come to the market for commercialization and you will be benefiting out of it. And our idea is our strength. And if we have the proper accelerators, then your ideas will be converted into products, and it will bring or it will bring to the it will be brought to the market, and it will cater the needs of the local. And angel fund is nothing but it is an amount. See, any amount, any business, if you want to start, we need fund. Okay, why we call it as angel? Okay, from the word angel is somebody is coming and helping. See, in the form of angel. Okay, angels are here in the world. It's a religious belief that angels are in the world to help the people, to serve the people. They will help when we face dangers or when we face or when we walk through difficult paths. So angels will be protecting us. It's a strong belief of we got through the religions. And similarly, angel fund will help you when you struggle. When we will struggle, when you initiate your business, you will get lot of struggles, and that time if somebody is helping by providing some fund, that fund is called angel fund. So angel investors, the people those who are giving fund, angel fund will be called as angel investors. So our focus is today's topic is mainly focused on angel investors and the capital ventures. and is a worthy individual who invest his or personal capital and share experience, contacts, and not only that, they will be mentoring us. And angels are usually accredited investors. Okay, so the angels will come like a helping person who is a helping person. And see, when you will go and help others, so mostly when we have plenty of money, so there is a norms of considering or accrediting as angel investors. Angel investor. We cannot simply call everybody as angels. If they really deserve it. So in the innovation ecosystem, when a person will be called as angel investors, and the defined norms are there, he has to have a turnover of around 2 crores business and something like that. Okay, so you and me, the ordinary people, cannot become an angel. Ordinary people cannot become an angel investors. So if you want to become an angel, you have to surplus of money in your account, and you must be a successful entrepreneur, so that you will be considered as an angel investors. And co-creation is nothing but co-creation act of creating together. Okay, so here nowadays we are encouraging, what is we are encouraging is collaboration. Without collaboration we cannot do anything. Collaboration is highly required, so we cannot operate anything on our own or independently. So we need to collaborate with each other. See, here I am sitting in Chennai, and you are all sitting in Bengaluru, and there's a collaboration is happening. So thanks to these technologies are really helping us to connect through this virtual mode. Otherwise, you think about that my delivery at your campus, I need to take one day CL, and I have to travel from Chennai to Bengaluru, and I have to stay there. I have to so for this program. So today I am sitting here. Even my morning I had a program, big event in our institution, Sairam SDG Navata. Just completed and just had my lunch, and I'm delivering one more talk because of this technology. And thank God and thank technology for this. So creation is nothing but doing something together. When applied in business, it can be used as an economic strategy to develop new business models, products, and services with customers, clients, trading partners, or other partners of the same enterprise or ventures. So gone all the days, people have done their business on their own. They never depend on others. They will not allow others to into their business. But nowadays, we have to depend on so many people. So we need the right strategist. We need to have the right market people to do better marketing. And so this is what the co-creation. And equity is nothing but the amount, something we share. When more people are collaborating doing something, and the revenues must be shared. Okay, we call it as equity. And equity share, commonly referred to as ordinary share, also represent the form of fractional or part ownership, in which the stakeholders, as a fractional owner, undertakes the maximum entrepreneurial risk associated with the business venture. So when you do a business venture, when you come for a business venture, obviously you need to take care of the risk associated with. When you involved in the risk associated, is you must enjoy the revenues also. Okay, equity is nothing but it is a kind of sharing. When we get the share, when we get revenue, and it will be shared among the contributors. And the next terminologies are entrepreneurial culture, entrepreneurial, and entrepreneurship. Okay? There's a difference between these things. Let's see one by one. Entrepreneurial culture is nothing but it's a cultural society that enhance the exhibition of the attributes, values, benefits, behaviors that related to entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs. See how it is possible. See, we are all. This is what is happening as right now is an entrepreneurial culture. We are created a platform, we are created an avenue for the interaction. So obviously we are moving towards this entrepreneurship. Gone all the days, education institutions only focusing on placing the students will join with us for getting a better placement, and we are now slowly educating them. There is a vast opportunity more than become a job, getting a job. We have an opportunity of entrepreneur. So we call it as, instead of being a job seeker, you can become a job provider. And India is in need of this. India in need of this because of a lot of reasons. Even for we have 140 crores people approximately, and we are importing even our basic need things. So I was surprised of visiting a shop and seeing that the floor mats have been imported from some other countries. Floor mats, even pens, and the basic needs. And realizing this, the government of India and government of state governments, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, they have their own MSMEs, promoting MSMEs to bring more products, sustainable products, to meet the demand of the local. So this is a culture, it's a kind of culture. Okay, we have a culture in the institutions of promoting entrepreneurship, through which you are conducting a lot of awareness program and bringing so many successful entrepreneurship and educating your students and faculty members the importance of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurial is nothing but an individual who has an entrepreneurial mindset and wants to make his or her idea individual's success. Okay, when you have an idea, so everything came out of idea. So we are most of the time we are spending on Facebook and WhatsApp today. Okay, it is totally we cannot detach from this kind of life. And it's all came out of the bright ideas of an individual. Now they have identified a platform to nourish, and the better mentorship and nourishment has been given, and that became a product, and they launched it in the market, and they become the multi-billionaire. Okay, so similarly, if you identified this kind of mindset, that is nothing but entrepreneurial. And what is entrepreneurship is nothing but education. Entrepreneurship education seeks to provide students with the knowledge, skills education, and motivation to encourage entrepreneurial success in a variety of settings. So these are all some of the important terminology with respect to entrepreneurship. Okay, and we need to have the atmosphere inside the campus. Okay, what are all the things will bring this kind of atmosphere among the students in a higher education institution? We must think of it. Apart from our regular labs, university labs requirements, we have a number of laboratories inside the education institutions as per the requirements of the universities. And apart from that, what you have is matter to promote this entrepreneurship culture, to promote this innovation. Fab Lab is nothing but a fabrication lab. It's a small scale workshop offering digital fabrication. So it will help the students and faculty members to convert their ideas into something. The next level we call it as Fab Lab or fabrication lab. Hackathon is nothing but the competition based learning model, competition based. So if you look at the websites of Ministry of Education, AICTE, UGC, and all the statutory bodies, you could see the advertisement calling for various competition. We call these technological competition as hackathon. Hackathon got various names: Ideathon, Solvathon, Innovathon, Inspirathons are really amazing in Sairam institutions. And the government of India has launched a Triathon recently. Our institutions have participated in Triathon. The basic reason behind it to bring the toy development to meet the need of our citizens. If you go to a shop to buy a doll, and most of the toys are imported from other countries. And we have our own traditions, we have our own games, we have our own toys, but we are not promoting it. In moreover, that we are not interested to bring some kind of innovation over there. So we have our own toy. How it was invented a long back, we are using the same thing. And the countries like China, they are importing the toys, and every time when they import, you could see some kind of innovations over there. That's what it is getting market. It is getting the demand in the market, and our children, our kids are fascinated towards more on these kind of competitions, this kind of toys. So in order to keeping this mind, only government of India has launched this toyathon through Ministry of Education to promote the toy development. So some of the ideas have been appreciated by the ministry. And if you have any idea of creating any digital games, or which is going to be engage our students, because our students are highly addicted to the digital games and other things. If it is really helping them to increase their IQ and other things, your ideas will be accepted. So hackathon and fabrication labs are helping the students to bring their ideas into next level. Okay, so keeping this mind, the AICT has launched the Idea Lab. Hope you are all aware of the Idea Lab launched by. The reason behind this is it was launched in 2000. Idea came in 2016, and within 10 years, they want 1 lakh technological based student startups and million employment opportunity within. Okay, from the startup, one startup will bring several job opportunity for our citizens. And so government of India is spending a lot of money and encouraging the educational institutions. Guys, so nowadays you could see predominantly see during the when you fill up the forms for the NBA, NAC, and other accreditation, they started asking about how many startups you have established, set up, how many entrepreneurship you have are emerged from your institutions, how many see the idea labs are there, or idea labs are there apart from your regular laboratory, helping the students to convert their ideas into products, sustainable products. Okay, so that 1 lakh technological startups is the focus of the Idea Lab, and we have applied, and very proud to say the Sairam Engineering College, Chennai. We got the Idea Lab supported by, and we are about to support. We have established the Idea Lab, and these are all the activities must be done through Idea Lab to convert the ideas into commercialization product. So when you go for commercialization, we have to know about the angel investors and capital investors, because we need a lot of people collaboration, and we need the people support to take our product into the market. Okay, AICT Idea Lab is encouraging to conduct FDP, faculty FDP, minimum 6 days, and skill programs for faculty members, and boot camps for faculty members. Boot camps are the technological training. We have to provide the technological training for students and faculty members. Then ideation workshops, we have to call for the ideation from the nearby schools and colleges, and best ideas must be rewarded. And awareness workshop for industry, people must know, students must know what is actually happening in industry and what is the need of the industry. And internship has to be provided, must be arranged from through Idea Lab, or you can give internship to the nearby schools and college at your Idea Lab. And the professional skilling program need to arrange for ITA students and 10th plus 2 pass students, and this teacher school awareness programs, because our intake, the higher education, are purely depending on the outcome of the output of the school. And if you put some effort on schools, and if you inculcate this kind of habits and mindset among the students, those who are studying in schools, that is going to be benefit for all the higher education institutions. So AICT Idea Lab is encouraging people to go to schools and help the school students and teachers on innovation and the startups, and encourage school students to develop project, and we can evaluate it and reward them. And most importantly, one day has to be announced as open day, and where all the students will come and take part in the events, and will see the ambience of the Idea Lab, and how idea will be rewarded, the power of idea, and other things, and participation annual technical exhibition. So these are all recommended by the Idea Lab for this. And a few more technologies are incubation and intellectual property right licensing. Incubation, what is incubation? You would have noticed that a hen will incubate the eggs for delivery. No, similarly, so ferocious that time, you cannot go to near to the hen. So similarly, incubation, we must be very serious about it. We must be very serious about it. The initial time, we need to incubate it. Okay, so you would have seen the newborn babies, if they would have born in a premature level, they will be incubated. Incubated is very safely have to be kept them in a good atmosphere. Similarly, your ideas, your startups must be incubated uh, till it gets its own shape. So incubation is a unique and highly flexible combination of business development process, infrastructure, and people, designed to nurture and grow new and small businesses by supporting them through the early stage of development. Okay. So it is when it is required, incubation is required. It is required at the beginning stage of your early stage of your entrepreneurship. Gone are the days we call all startups and entrepreneurship as the one single word, that is There is nothing but a business unit. Okay, now if your idea is you are decided to convert your idea into a business, so initial period you need a lot of security, because people should not steal your ideas, and in the same times you should not disappointed because of lot of government policies and the legal issues. So these incubators will help you to take your ideas in the next level in the business market. Otherwise, you as a own, being a student or faculty members, directly jump into the market, you will get a lot of disappointments. These disappointments will be vanished if you are safely being under the hands of an incubator. So incubation is, that is nothing but incubation, and incubators are helping the startup early people in the early entrepreneurial stage. And what will happen during this incubation? Your license must be, your intellectual property must be protected through licensing. Even if you need not wait for your entire product development, even if you have an idea, you can provisionally register your intellectual property right, and you can take your own time till 12 months of time. You can take by that time if you can develop and go for the final completion of your application. Once if it is registered as the provisional registration. So help or protecting the intellectual property is another important area. I have given lot of talks on intellectual property, and it's all available in my YouTube. I'm getting a lot of noises. Hello.
Please mute, participants, please mute.
Okay, muted. Yeah, thank you. And this is what incubation all about, and
Yes, sir, please continue.
the host would like you to unmute. Unmute, yes. Am I audible now?
You are audible.
Yeah. So that is the need of intellectual property right, and incubation. Hope you got any doubt still now. Hope you are listening. Am I right? Okay, let me check how many of you are really participating. I'll go to the Zoom and check. If you are really participating, type yes. Can you type yes? Yes. Hmm? Can you type yes in the chat box? Yes. Sivasakti Balam sir, yes. Rajeshwari madam, yes. Akash Nair, yes, yes. Hari Krishna, yes, yes. What about others? Thank you, Pavan Kumar. Thank you, Dr. Hari Krishna. Thank you, uh, Farhana. Thank you, Neelogal, Netra, Netra. Okay. Thank you, Sashi Kumar. Thank you, Navin Kumar. Yeah. Okay. A lot of responses. Hope it is really encouraging me to go further. And if you have any doubt, anytime you can unmute and you can ask me. Okay. And the doubts. Okay, I'll move to the next slide. Pre-incubation and prototype. Okay, so it is typically represent the process which work with entrepreneurs who are in a very early stage of setting up of their company. Okay, sometimes at this level, students, and if you have an idea, and before it is going for the incubation level, we call it as the incubation, pre-incubation. And prototype is an early sample model or release of a product built to test a concept or process. Prototype, it's not the actual product. It is a miniature of the product. And if you have an idea, first it is better to go for a prototype and test with your prototype. If you get positive result, you can continue. Otherwise, it will save a lot of money if you go for proper prototyping and testing before going for actual product development. And seed fund startup is nothing but seed fund is a form of securities offering in which an investors invest capital in a startup company in exchanging of an equity share in the company. Okay, the seed fund people normally, lot of seed funds are there, and they will invest with an expectation of sharing the equity. Okay, so angel investor on other hand, okay, they are the philanthropist, and they have an enormous amount of money in their hand, and they will help them to come up in their life. Okay, so seed fund people always, those who are offering seed fund will expect some kind of equity from day one onwards. And startup is nothing but an entity that develops a business model based on their product innovation or service innovation and makes it scalable. Okay, earlier it was not there. The word itself is a new word, startup, um, and for the business unit. And faculty and student startups, if you as a faculty set up a startup, then that called as faculty startup. You as a student, if say you are setting up a startup, then it will be called as student startup. And AACT is encouraging its students and faculty members to go for startups. And technology business incubator. So we encourage all the education institutions must have a technology business incubator (TBI) to incubate the technologies. Okay, normally what will happen? The students will come up with their idea, they'll develop a project, and these projects will be live till the student stays in the campus. The moment they go out, we will throw it into the simply I can say dustbin. Okay, the most probably will publish a paper, and then after that, that the entire process, they will not mind the entire process, and we'll start depending on the other batch. Okay, because we have a lot of excuses of preserving those technologies. The technology business incubator, if we have a strong technology business incubator in your campus, this technology business incubator will adopt the good technologies and started incubating it. And technology commercialization is nothing but as a process of transitioning technologies from commercialization, the research lab to the marketplace. Okay, so innovation is nothing but is a combination of invention into commercialization. If we are coming with new ideas, it must be commercialized. If you don't have any plan for commercialization, making money out of it, don't claim it's an innovation. Innovation is if there is no generating money, it is not innovation. It may be a product innovation, it may be a process innovation. You are called, if you want to claim it is an innovation, then you must think about business, you must think about business model, you must think about revenues, you must think about all the terminology which I have discussed now. And technology licensing and venture capital. Technology agreement whereby an owner of a technological intellectual property allows another party to use. Okay, sometimes I am being a faculty member of an educational institution. I have an idea, I have a technology, and I'm not interested on. If I'm not interested on doing business out of it, what you can do is you can approach people, business people. They are there with a lot of money, but without this technology, and we can go for a licensing of technological transferring of technology. So what will happen if you transfer a technology properly, and you will get benefit out of it. And so this is the best way of transferring our technologies. Otherwise, what will happen? Your idea, your technology will die one day without benefiting anybody. So the innovation ecosystem is promoting technology licensing. Okay, so you are giving your technology, they are developing business, and you are sharing the money. And venture capital, it is a most well-known form of startup funding. So venture capitalist, VCs, we call this venture capitalists. We have a lot of venture capitalists in our country. Typically reserve additional capital for follow-up investment rounds. So another huge value of venture capitalist provides an access to the network of employees. It's very difficult. Normally, people won't reveal all those things. A client for product and service of startup is helping to scale up your business. So these are all the various terminology with respect to the innovation. We need to understand these innovation terminologies uh, evolving around the innovation ecosystem. Okay, and what is next? If you ask me, I will say that pitching in business. You are if you have an idea, and if you are so the best way of in attracting angel investors and venture capitalist. Now, the pitching. Without pitching, if you are not pitching properly, it is very difficult to attract angel investors and VCs. Okay, So if you want to attract the angel investors and VC, you need to have the best pitching capability. Okay, pitching in business refers to presenting business idea to another party. Okay, don't be confused with this word. Simply, it is a presentation. What you are going to present, how being a student, how you are presenting your project in front of your project coordinator. You would have experienced in your zeroth review. Set of faculty members, reviewers will sit in front of you. You will be an opportunity to present your idea, and with a lot of expectation, you will present. The expectation is nothing but your idea must be accepted by the committee. And if the committee is not accepting, then you need to go for another. So what you'll do, so in order to convince the reviewers, you will prepare it. Similarly, here what is happening, you are standing in front of business angel investors and business capital ventures. They will provide money to go to do your business. So how serious you must be. That is nothing but business. So pitching in business refers to presenting business ideas to another party. Pitch your startup business to potential investors or your product to the customers. Okay, it may be investors or it may be customers. Pitching is very important. You need to develop this culture. Okay, I will tell you what are the important points or the qualities you need to go for. Sales pitch is nothing but, so a sales pitch is a brief message that attracts your audience attention and outlines your business plan or a product or service you offer. The goal is to make the advance invest in your business or purchase your products or services. You know why the advertisements are very limited time? People don't watch the advertisement. If you advertise it for 3 hours or 1 hour, the maximum time duration for any advertisement is 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Even when you watch YouTube videos, we will come across a lot of advertisement. Our mindset will not watch if it is not attractive, and that is what people. There is an option in YouTube, skip. Okay? And that is nothing but sales pitch. And the pitch desk. What is pitch desk is nothing but how you have a presentation, slide presentation, nothing but pitch desk. Pitch desk. Okay, even I was confused one year back when I was about to submit a project. They called it submit a pitch deck. I was confused. I was not aware of it. What is pitch deck? So now I am aware of it. So that I'm educating you all. So don't be confused. So when you go to this innovation ecosystem, they will not ask give you a presentation. In one step below, we ask give your PPT. You know, even we will not ask our students send your presentation. We will go one step down and say request them to give your PPT. Okay, it is a PPT, but in the business world we call it as pitch deck. A pitch deck is a slide presentation that outlines a business plan to potential investors. Okay, assume that the investors are there and they won't take much time. They may give maximum 5 minutes. And within 5 minutes, you have to describe everything about your product and the business opportunities, how this business is worth for the next level, or the scalable, the potential for scalable. Everything must be in a very crisp way. This presentation too should include research related to your product, competition, and you have to tell who is your competitor, and marketing plans, how what is a plan to market it. Otherwise, if you don't have marketing strategy, investors will not believe you. Okay, we need a proper marketing strategy to take your product to the next level. And company finances, okay, they will always think about your financial strength, and you need to provide a complete view of your company as it currently exists and the potential value it holds for investors to pursue their decision. And interrogative pitch is nothing but when speaking to customers, you will start your pitch with a series of questions. Your questions focus on the problems they face and how you can solve them. Okay, these are some people are very tricky of simply asking the questions and extracting all our requirement. How we are generating the tool, questionnaire tools, and sending it to the people and knowing their exact requirement. Okay, so here a small case studies of how pitch is happening. Here the techniques, you need to go for a make a cold call. Okay, what is mean by cold call? Sometimes we get some when we get some calls, we annoyed, not like anything, uh, because the the conversation is not cold, it's hot. Okay, and we that makes us annoyed. Okay, make it as a very, very cold call. Start your conversation very pleasantly. And the next way is you can send email or you can tell a story, grab their attention, leave a voicemail, start with questions, follow up after a previous conversation. Most of the business are happening not at one time conversation. Okay. So I just want to tell you how a conversation is happening between salesman and prospect. Here he is starting his conversation like this. Okay. Hello Samuel. My name is Charles. Yeah, Charles from uh, Persons Marketing. How are you today? He is starting how he is starting his conversation, and simply he's not telling that I'm here to sell my product. And he's how he is establishing a cold call. And he's yeah, I'm good. What can I do for you, Charles? Yeah, that is giving a way for him to go to the next level. Salesperson is replying, I have noticed a few ads promoting your new product line, and I feel that you could really improve their effectiveness with a few small tweaks. Then prospectus, he is telling that, yeah, what does your company do? And the salesperson is saying that we collaborate with e-commerce companies like yours to develop and manage their ad campaigns. In fact, within a first month, we increased the sales of our client Green World by 30%. Their success story is giving to attract the prospector. And now if the person is thinking, now the person is okay, well, 30% in a month. You think about your turnover is increasing 30% a month. That is the dream of every business people. And the salesperson is not giving while he is thinking, he is continuing his conversation. Do you have 10 to 15 minutes next week where we could schedule a brief call? I could love to learn. The word they are using. I would love to learn more about your marketing needs and share some of the strategies that have proven effective for us. And this is what he is continuing his dialogue, and we call this kind of conversation as cold call. And if you want to really attract people, please go with cold call. Okay. And pitching in a workplace, how it will in a workplace. And see, you are a faculty member. If you have an idea to convey to your management, and you will call it as pitching. Okay. And similarly, every employee of an organization can approach the top level management with their ideas, and if the ideas are very good, they will appreciate you. And the and they will recognize you in a due time. If you have an idea for a new project or initiatives at work, you can use a pitch desk to outline your plan and demonstrate its potential benefits. And to advance your career, you can use a personal elevator pitch to summarize your value as an employee when proposing a promoter or raise. And pitching when networking. Okay, so sometimes we need to get a chance of networking with people. So when networking, you can also use an elevator pitch to sell yourself as a potential employer or connection. In 30 to 60 seconds, this pitch provides an overview of unique qualifications, skills, and accomplishment that make you valuable. Okay, so these are all helping you to market yourself and your products. And what is required for this pitching is nothing but first thing is communication. If communication is not proper, we cannot convey any message to others. A business pitch requires delivering messages clearly and consciously, whether written or verbally. You could see some of the ads repeatedly will come in your YouTube. Are you looking for a businessman? You are really struggling to take your business the next level. I have this super idea for you. I hope you would have listened this kind of advertisement communication. The way in which they communicate will make us to 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 watch a little while. Okay, the moment you go little while, they will grab you and they will make you. And if you're really interested to, you can click the button. Now the way which they tell will make us to click the button. Okay, the moment you click the button, they will get your 1 minute. My yes. one the moment you click your button, you will they will get your contact details, email, and they will started following you. Okay, communication is very important. Research skills enable to gather and organize credible information so you can communicate it with us. Because if you want to speak fluently, if you want to speak, convey information, you need to have plenty of information. When you will have plenty of information, if you research on those areas. And problem solving, typically your business pitch will outline how your idea, business, a product can solve the stakeholders persons. Okay, this is how we can, and pitch, public speaking is another important, creativity is another important. These are all the things will help you to improve your speaking. Then, my dear friends, how many of you are aware of Yukti 2.0? Yukti 2.0. Even yesterday we had a program by Ministry of Education. They are encouraging education institutions. Now it is connected with the IIC and ARIA. Okay. So what is Yukti 2.0? Is every education institution must register with Yukti 2.0 and get their login credential, and you need to submit your idea in the portal. And as a faculty, student, or staff, or as an education institutions, or if you are startups created by students, faculty, or institution incubators, are eligible to register and get your login credential. Once you have the login credential, you can go for submission. Here, the latest things, sector-wise submissions are there. So these are all the various sectors where people have submitted their ideas: water sanitation, waste management, tourism, technologies, robotics, renewable energy, mobility, manufacturing. These are various sectors where people have submitted their ideas. And state-wise distribution also there. Tamil Nadu has submitted so far 6,425 ideas, and Maharashtra in the second place of submitting 2,749, and Karnataka is the third place, 1,703. This is the state-wise distribution. Even I have guessed this will happen one day. I have evangelizing and promoting the Sikti 2.0 for the past 8 to 9 months back. And I have given orientation program. Whenever I interact with people, I used to tell that next distribution, institution-wise distribution will be there. And if our institution is submitting more, our the it will grab or fetch more points in the area. Okay, so I encourage everyone to go for this. Is the form where once you uh, got your login credential, you can go to the portal where you have to identify the sectors. These are all various sectors in which your idea is belongs. And the next step is submitted, either or you are submitting this idea as a student or faculty or staff. And the next is you need to identify the technological readiness level. I have devoted few slides for technological readiness level, and you have to identify it, and you have to tell in which level you are. Then you have to go for the support requirement. You want really funding, or you seeking for mentorship program. The moment you submit, the Ministry of Education will review it, and they will assign the mentors from across the country, and they will contact you, and they will be with you and converting your ideas in the next level. The technology readiness level is nothing but there are 9 technology readiness level. You can have to assess which technology readiness level your project is. It starts from basic research at the technology readiness level 1, and technology readiness level 2 is talking about applied research, and technology readiness level 3 is critical functions or proof of concept established. The If your idea is moving to the up to the level of lab testing, validation of alpha prototype components or process, then it will be considered as technology readiness level 4. And laboratory testing of integrated, semi-integrated system, if it is going up to that level, then it will be considered as technology readiness level 5. And if you have verified prototype system, then you can claim that your idea is now reached technology readiness level 6. And integrated pilot system demonstrated level will be considered as 7. And system incorporated in commercial design will be called as 8. And if it is fully developed and ready for commercialization, then you have reached the maximum technology readiness level. And I encourage everyone to assess your technology readiness level where you are. And the proof of concept is another technology. We need to know about proof of concept. It is kind of the documents proving that your idea is in a good position. For startups, a proof of concept to demonstrate financially viability. And you need to know to develop business model canvas. You have to identify the key partners, key activities, key resources, value proposition, customer relationship, channels, customer segments. So I encourage people, the mentor institutions, you can keep this as one of the parameters or the components in the project reports. So far we are evaluation result and conclusion. We are ending with result and conclusion. Why don't we give for one more steps? Every idea has its own potential. You can make the students to develop business model canvas for their ideas. That will get, if they involved in drafting business model canvas for their ideas, they will get better knowledge about their ideas. Now, Sairam has developed innovation ecosystem. Sairam innovation ecosystem is much recognized by various people, and this is what our structure of the innovation ecosystem, promoting the innovation from first year. First year we call it as competition-based learning model. Every year, one mega big competition we are conducting and promoting the innovation. First year we have Sairam SDG Ideathon, where we are educating them critical thinking. Second year, Sairam SDG Solvathon, design thinking and helping them to develop their business model. Boot camps and technology readiness accelerator programs will be conducted at. And the third year, the mini project, they will be encouraged to develop their prototypes. And the competition is called Innovathon. Final year, when they come, the idea, the same will be converted their final year project. So students need not worry about their final year project because the seed already sowed in first year got its own shape in the second year, and third year the prototype is developed, and finally the product developed. We call it a Sairam SDG Inspirathon. How we are inspiring through our paper publication, patent publication, and setting up of startups. Okay, and think a way of implementing this immersion program. We have conducted so many immersion program because we need to provide a lot of awareness to the students. When a student is coming to first year to our institutions, they are very blank. We have to take them to the society, and we need to arrange so many programs. It helps them because on the in one of the meetings, the speaker said that if you formulate your problem from American journal, it will end up with a journal publication. Okay, we don't want journal publication. We want journal publication. At the same time, we need sustainable products to meet the need of our 140 crores of Indians. And these are all some of the immersion programs. My visit to the Honorable Deputy Mayor, Greater Chennai, and seeking various opportunities. And we have took our first year students to various places. We taught them how the things are happening outside, and the smart cities, sewage, solid waste management planned. And this is our journey of our Sairam SDG Ideathon. Our humble beginning have now given a lot of focus on this. We have successfully conducted Ideathon 2.0. And the last year, when we conducted Dr. Sultan, a regional project officer and Sustainable Development Goals, United Nations have witnessed our event. Um, and this is what one of the video testimony given by.
Okay, so let's take an example of IPL. Look at the companies that sponsored IPL in 2008, 9, and 10, and look what are the companies that are sponsoring now for the IPL. So, Credit, Dream 11, most of these are startups, right? So, the next 10 years, focus is going to be on startups. And the seed is sown right when you are in college. And in college, generally, it begins with an innovation event or ideathon that is happening there. So I really appreciate Sairam Group institutions for taking the effort to bring out the ideas in students. Especially, it is not an easy feat to get around 600 ideas from students. So that itself calls for a big round of applause. And next, it is not only just to make the students present the idea. I also noticed that they are being told to take on the idea towards their second year, third year, fourth year, and then work it out as a project and then a viable model as well. So I think that also is definitely an appreciable thing from Sairam Group of Institutions. Thank you.
Yeah, this was the video testimony. Testimony of the one of the judge. And Salvathon, as the next year, we have the Salvathon second year. Last time we have invited Professor Timothy Gonsalves from IIT Madras, former founding director of IIT Mandi, and Nagalakshmi Jayakumar. And we have signed MOU with the IIT Research Park and the Sairam Innovation Ecosystem Portal we have defined. How we are managing this, because the first year students we have collected around 600, second year students we have collected some 700 plus ideas, around 800 ideas. How it is possible, to manage this, we have developed a portal, and you could see the portal, how the portal is working. Every students will be given a username and login credential, and they can create their own project room. And once the ideas has been submitted using their username and password, it will go to the administrator for approval, and the project is being created, and the details they are giving in the portal. They are giving the domain, and we are encouraging them to identify the sustainable development goals. In Sairam, even if you 1 hour program or 1 year project work, it must be mapped to the sustainable development goals. We thank our chairman, Mr. Shai Prakash Liyamuthu, for helping us to promoting this innovation or SDG in all the educational institutions. Yeah, this how we are getting the information from the student. All the members, suppose 4 students are there in the team, and all the 4 members has to submit their details, and they can nominate the guides, preferred guides. Okay, and we will check that whether the guide are having the competency of guiding this, and you can submit the abstract here. And if it is in a file, you can upload the file, or if you want to submit the type, you can type it, and this way you are creating your room. So once all the details are filled up, then you can submit it. You have creating, now it's created, and it will come to the administrator, and anytime it is viewable by the student and the teacher and the administrator. We can view the projects. A student can view the project of their own domain. Okay, say for example, group 15 different groups of institutions are doing a project on IoT, and they can see what they are doing, what the others have proposed, and they themselves can establish the platform. Yeah, this is how it is working. This is how it is working. Next weekend. And these are the snaps we have taken during our visit. And we are ventured with Andhra Pradesh MedSec Zone, and one of our professor, Dr. Tamil Shelvi, incubated her idea at AMITS, Andhra Pradesh MedSec Zone. The idea is the design and development of handheld device to scan breast cancer. And we are promoting through innovation clinic. We have IP clinic, publication clinic, and startup clinic. So how a patient is approaching doctor, similarly the students will come to the clinic with their ideas, no formal presentation and all, and we the experts will listen them and help them to go for their patent publication. We have a few success stories, and these are all the startups available at the Sairam institutions. We help the students and faculty members to set up their own startups. And we have Sairam Techno Culture to promote agriculture, technology in agriculture. And these are the companies. And I just want to take you to the angel investors that are available in our country. Okay. Uh, so few angel investors. As I said, you and me cannot be an angel investors. We need some qualities, and these people are really contributing the nation building. Say Rajan Anandan, managing director, the capital, the Anupam Mittal, and TV Mohandas Pai, and the Girish Matrubudam, CEO of Freshworks. And see the domain, their connections are there. If you are interested, you can go through it. Anand Chandrasekharan, Deenraj Jain, and Sandeep Tandon, and Anand, then Sanjay Mehta, Gogul Rajaram, Ratan Tata. Because they are all the pioneer in business. They will come as an angel to help you to take your ideas into the next level. They have their own portals, and you can go and submit your ideas over there. Okay, and similarly, you can one important information with respect to IAC incubators. And if you are really in need of incubators, and IIS has given a portal where you can identify the various, the website is iic.mic.gov.in/incubators. It will take you to the particular portal where you will get lot of these are all the incubators. You can visit the websites, and you can submit your ideas with the trust areas they have given. Institution name, unit or sender details available. The MSME business incubator. These are all the technology incubation available over there. These are all the institutions already having their technology TBI in their campus, and they will help you, and they are ready to get your ideas and to be incubated. And say around 739 incubators are available in the IIC portal. Okay, so students and faculty members can make use of it. Okay, this information I just want to tell you, and this is what my own writings. Setting up of startups must be a criteria for potential partial fulfillment of any degree. And normally nowadays we are submitting a project and claiming that we have completed degree, but it's not sufficient. Every student has to set up their own startup. And I have written one more quotation that India need an innovation ecosystem, or higher education institute need an innovation ecosystem to attract potential engineers rather than exporting them to developed nation. Okay, we want to create a system in our country to attract our own students, because the India is to become a superpower. We need Indian brains. And I have given a number of talks. I have a YouTube channel, and you can use my YouTube channel and explore more. And see, idea, when I say idea, Uber, the world's largest taxi company, owns no vehicle. Facebook, the world's most popular media owner, creates no content. Alibaba, the most valuable retailer, has no inventory. Airbnb, the world's largest accommodation provider, owns no real estate. So all business idea came out of some ideas, and the bright ideas have been recognized, nurtured, and mended properly, and it got its own shape and become unicorn in the market. So innovation leads to new creation, new creations lead to bigger action lead to progress of nation. Let us contribute for the nation building. I thank you so much for this the opportunity. I have my details here, contact details here. You can use of my details and contact me for any professional assistance. Thank you so much. Over to the organizers.
Any queries, participants? Any questions? You can unmute yourself and ask them directly,
Yes.
or you can type in chat box. Yes. I have one question from Sindhu.
Uh-huh. How we can impress angel investors with our ideas? Yeah, the best idea I given is your presentation. How you are making your pitch deck. Pitch deck. Have you listened my presentation when I was explaining pitch deck? Pitch deck. You have to prepare a pitch deck. And you need to impress your how would I say, the investors. How you need to identify investors? I have given the you can surf the internet. Lot of people are there. They are waiting to act as angel investors, and they are helping the nation, or they are involved in the nation building. They wanted to help the people to grow more. Okay, so if you have a proper communication skill, and if you have a proper pitch deck, and when they give you time for presentation, you have to attract them through your presentation. Hope you got your answer.
There is another question from Radhika.
Ah.
Whether they will invest on idea or only on proven prototypes.
Yeah, the angel investors, they will help you for the ideas. Even if it is your ideas, even if you go with your ideas, will be they will invest. Angel investors will invest for your ideas, whereas the capital ventures will see the profit and other things. Yeah, what is the difference between angel investors and, yeah, as I mentioned earlier, sir, angel investors are the philanthropists. They give money. They will not expect much return on investment. Angel investors, the word itself, angels will always help us without any expectation. Am I right? Similarly, angel investors will help you without how your parents are helping you. Similarly, the angels are one step ahead of our parents. They are invisible. They will come from somewhere and suddenly they will help you. Similarly, the angel investors will help you without any expectation, but venture capitalist will always expect the equity and the return on invest and share and other monetary benefits. And angel investors, since they are freely helping us, they will help for some amount, some initial thing. But venture capitalists will invest more because they believe they have the belief that they will get some return on investment. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Any other queries? You can post or you can unmute yourself and you can ask. Like D.
I'm sharing my YouTube channel, and they can go to my YouTube channel, and lot of videos are available. Even this session I'm streaming in my YouTube channel, and you can share it to your friends. So if you really like all the videos, you can like it, comment it, and subscribe my channel. Don't forget to click bell button so that whenever I come online, you'll get notification. Thank you.
Yes, so we have come to the end of the session. So thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable inputs on Angel and ACT, Idea Lab, IPR, incubation, startup, venture capital, business incubation. So given a brief review about all these things, and you've given a very good information with so many examples. You've taken your Sairam portal as an example, and you also discussed and you've given a case study also. Thanks for your valuable input, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So we have come to the end of the session. It's my pleasure to propose today's vote of thanks on behalf of Sairam family. At the outset, I would like to express my deep sense of gratitude to our beloved founder chairman, who was the architect of Sairam Group of Institutions, Sri MJF Lionel Yomutu. I extend my sincere gratitude to our CEO and chairman, Sai Prakash Yomutu, who has been the constant inspiration and responsible to encourage to host this program today. I would like to thank our principal, Dr. Bishar Ashraf, the convener, IIC, Dr. Shivshakti Palan, coordinator, Harish Babu sir, for hosting this program. I would like to thank today's resource person, Dr. Robin sir. Thank you, sir, for sparing your valuable time in your busy schedule.
Thank you, sir.
On behalf of our Sairam family, principal management, I wholeheartedly thank you for your valuable inputs for all the participants for our Minty institution.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
So
so
on
much.
behalf of IIC Sairam Bangalore, I thank all the Minty institutions for participating in this program. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Shall I leave?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.